Here is some quick background information on my computer. I have the Mac Pro Intel with two 2.8 quads Intel processors, and it's the early 2008 edition. And the purpose of this video is just to explain how I myself had a power loss, and I had no chime, my fans weren't coming on, I couldn't get any power to my keyboard, my cap locks, light wouldn't come on. The only thing I could get power to was my mouse. I could see the red light. My monitor wouldn't come on. So I looked it up on the internet and I was told the SMC. I was supposed to reset this, and I looked around, didn't find much, and I found out it's right there where the red light is. You see that? That's where you're supposed to reset it on this machine. Didn't work. What I found out is it was my logic board. I took it into the Mac Genius, and what they did, the first thing, just to check, just in case you want to check for yourself, is they came down here, and if you look back there, there's a little white button, and they pressed that white button, and what they found were two lights that came on. I believe it was 3 and 4. They lit up. They have like a special code for it. They looked it up on their machine. There's no science to it. They pressed that white button. They looked at the code, and they realized that it was indeed my logic board that was effed up. So they told me that they needed to replace it. It was going to take about 3 to 5 business days. I took it in on a Friday. I got it back on a Sunday. I didn't have Apple Care. I was in my first year, and everything worked out for me. But I do highly recommend that if you do have power issues, and it's not your video card or whatnot, because my monitor wouldn't come on, nothing. So if it's just your monitor and your computer seems like it's coming on, no big deal. But what I found is I had like no power, looked on the internet, couldn't find anything on YouTube, couldn't find anything at all. So I just thought it was my duty to come out here and explain that if you're having that problem, it's most likely your logic board. And I've seen a few people that have had this issue, but no videos. So if you look back at the video, you'll see where the logic board is, what they're going to replace, and maybe you can do a little bit more research on what the codes are and whatnot by getting the service manual, but at least you know where to look. All of the parts were in-house. The logic board they had at the Apple store. Now maybe it's just the one I went to, but they had all the parts there, so it made for a quicker turnaround. So my advice to you, just from my experience at the Apple store, is do your research before you walk in. That way you can walk out a lot faster. You can't expect the Mac geniuses to know everything, and it's proven that they don't. So you're just better off going in informed, therefore walking out faster.